Good evening, everyone. Darkside Rob here. It's 11 o'clock at night. I just had a cappuccino, so I am flying, and I'm ready to talk about some of the stuff that we saw at State of Play.
PlayStation.
Basically, I'm just going to give you a basic rundown and 5 to 10 second thoughts on each of the things that we saw during the show. So without further ado, let's get to it. The first thing on the list was Helldivers 2. I've never played a Helldivers, but I am appreciating the Starship Troopers energy.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I didn't do fucking shit!
And I'm kind of excited to play it, so I guess we'll see what that is when it comes out, which I believe is pretty soon. Stellar Blade was the next thing that was shown, and basically the thing that I've heard from a lot of people about this is that it is Nier Automata for normies.
Oh, you bastard.
It still looks cool. I'll definitely check it out and be keeping an eye out for when it releases. I don't know, more cool games are more cool games. I'm going out of order here, but Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill: The Short Message from Konami were shown. I think a lot of people don't feel great about where Konami is with how they're making games, and I don't blame them because Konami has done a lot of scummy shit over the last couple of years. Also, I think there are a lot of people going like, is this short message thing just like a PT cash grab? And also, what's the deal with making a whole Silent Hill trailer where you're just showing gunplay? You know, Silent Hill 2, the game where guns are the most important part of the game. It's a weird choice. We have no release date for that game, so we don't know what that's going to be until it comes out. And right now, I feel like people are going, I'll believe that it is a good remake when I see it. And Konami, we don't trust you. I can't blame them, let's say. Still going out of order, Judas, the new Ken Levine studio game from the people what bring you the BioShock games. Guess what? They made another BioShock game. It's BioShock in space.
Space!
Wasn't that what System Shock 2 was? This is feeling very Ken Levine-y to me. Look, if it ends up being cool, that's great. I'm not gonna say no to another BioShock game, but they made a whole new studio to make a game that wasn't BioShock, and it looks like they're making not just another Shock game, but one definitely inspired from that last BioShock game you played. Like, I was looking at some of the stuff in the trailer and going like, wasn't that in BioShock Infinite? Like, that exact designed thing? If Judas is cool, that's all that really matters, but they seem to be doing what they do, what Ken Levine do, the BioShock thing. Now you know. Speaking of now you know, apparently people didn't know that Sony released a VR headset, the Sony PSVR2, and Sony is very much putting out games on it saying, please would you buy a PSVR2, because apparently nobody did. They have 2 titles that they showed, one which was a Metro game, and I don't remember the name of the other title right now because I don't have a VR headset, so that stuff doesn't really apply to me. Moving on. That classic indie title that came out last year, Dave the Diver, is coming to Sony's PlayStation. That's a joke because it was nominated as an indie game and it's funded by Nexon. So what does an indie title even mean anymore? Anyway, the point is that V-Rising and Dave the Diver, these games that were out on other platforms, including PC, are now coming to PlayStation 5 sometime this year. Did those have release dates? If they did, I'll put them in the video. If not, I don't remember, because again, I sort of saw it, processed it, moved on with my life. Rise of the Ronin actually looks cool. This is from Koei Tecmo Koei, I always get them reversed. But yeah, this is from the people what brought you the Neo, and yeah, it looks cool. It's giving me real Ghost of Tsushima vibes, which makes me just want to go play Ghost of Tsushima, which was actually the game I was playing when my TV died. Ghost of Tsushima killed my TV. No, it didn't. The TV's like 9 years old. But Rise of the Ronin looks really cool. The moment that really made me go like, oh, I should pay attention to this is when they were going on the rooftop to the flying down thing, down onto the horse. Yeah, that was sick. You had me at that moment, game. Now I'm interested. Please deliver on more of that shit, because that was cool. In terms of other stuff, Until Dawn is getting a remake. Is that game really old enough for a remake?
It's been 84 years.
I was actually hoping it was a sequel. I don't really do well with those kinds of horror games, but a new Until Dawn game would have been really sick. Remake's okay too, but yeah, it feels like that game is not that old. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Now to get down to the really cool shit.
Hey everybody, Editor Rob here. I actually forgot about the 3 games that were mentioned during the State of Play that I want to at least say on camera so that nobody comes at me in the comments and says, hey, what you forgot about these games. And those are Sonic X Shadow Generations, Zenless Zone Zero, which is the next game from the Genshin Impact people. I believe that's Hoyoverse is making that game. And then finally, Foamstars, which is completely, totally, and 100% not a shameless ripoff of Splatoon, because Square Enix would never do such a thing. Honestly, if we're talking about these three games here, Foamstars is definitely the one that I'm the most interested to see, because another game like Splatoon, but what, not made by the Splatoon people, I'm all for it. It looks fun, it looks interesting. Sure, why not? More Splatoon-likes for the Splatoon-like genre, for those of you who like Splatoon, but it's not Splatoon, it's Foamstars. One is paint, the other is foam. Do you take a latte or do you take a cappuccino? Which one do you prefer? Anyway, so I forgot to mention those three games, now I have them in here. So without further ado, let's get back to the video. Here we go.
The stars of the show, at least for me, maybe they were for you too, Dragon's Dogma 2 had an amazing reveal of their newest vocation for the next game that's coming out in March 22nd, the Warfarer, which a lot of people didn't catch when they saw the video, but it's basically a class that is comprised of all the other vocations and allows you to instantly switch between all the other weapons on the fly. It's the first time that multi-classing has been available in a Dragon's Dogma game, and it looks absolutely insane. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, as somebody who's playing through Dragon's Dogma 1, I love that game to death, and I know it has rough edges, and it's not for everybody. It's had a slow, long growth burn over the, 12 years since it came out, because it came out in 2012. If Capcom can do this amazing thing of pulling off what made Dragon's Dogma 1 great while showing off through these trailers and demos and previews that they can in fact make it the game that they wanted to make in 2012 and make it even better than that game could have ever been at the time, I think we're gonna have a real masterpiece on our hands. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here, because honestly, it's not a real game till it's in our hands, boys and girls, but these gameplay trailers are looking incredible and have me very, very excited. And last but not least, I want to say one more thing that has me very excited, because I am a huge fan of the original game. Death Stranding 2 on the beach looks every bit as off-the-wall insane as Death Stranding. I am on board for it. I want to see more of it. I am bummed that, much like Monster Hunter Wilds, we are not going to get to play it until 2025, but Kojima, make something amazing and I will fucking play it. And also, last thing we heard at the show was that Kojima is in fact giving Konami two middle fingers straight up into the air and saying, okay friends, if you're not gonna let me do any more Metal Gear Solid, I'm gonna make my own spin-off tactical espionage game, a spiritual successor to the games that made my career.
Stay tuned.
So we have no idea what that's gonna be, we have no idea when that's gonna come out, but if anybody can pull that off, it's Kojima-san. So I'm excited. Overall, it was a very jam-packed 40 minutes. Dragon's Dogma 2 and Death Stranding 2 both look incredibly, incredibly, incredibly exciting, and I can't wait to play Dragon's Dogma 2 on March 22nd, which is like right around the corner. It's already February. Anyway, those are some of my quick takes on the state of play. I'll have more videos soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out. Thank you.